back to another episode of Wheels Woodworking with myself, Chad Wheels Palmer. This is part 2 of my joinery challenge through the Maker's Mob. I hope you guys have seen part 1. If you haven't, go check it out in the description box below. On these two joints, the Tusk Tenon and the Castle joint. Never made these ones before. This is why I got into this. This is why I wanted to do this challenge, was to broaden my skills, to learn more so I can apply these in other projects. And this is just cheap wood. You know, each one of these cost me like $4 to make. So you can practice them in your shop, you can throw them out. And this one is a tusked through tenon. Really cool. I don't know, I just love how it comes together. I think it's so neat. I don't know, I just think that's so cool. So, yeah, needless to say, let's go ahead. Let's get this one up and running. Okay, we got the tenon all cut up there. Now we're gonna go ahead and make our mortise, and essentially it's gonna come through in the center, and then we're gonna put our tusk through either this side or that side, but we'll get to that after. But first of all, let's go ahead and let's lay out our mortise since the tenon's all finished up. So just roughly line it up on you. I kind of put a couple marks on there so I could see. Let's flip that around. All right, let's go over to the drill press and hollow this out. And I did make it so it was a bit tight. That way I could always shave this down. I always personally do my tenons first. That way if I need to slowly shave a little bit off to get it to fit really nice and snug. And technically it's only this much that we really need flush. This can all be smoothed out after, but this part needs to be tight. That's the part that needs to fit in there snug. So I used my low angle jack to clean most of this up. As I put the lines there, I just cleaned it up. I forgot to hit play on the camera. Then the rest I'll just do here with a good file. Okay, we got the mortise cut, we got the tenon cut. Now essentially we're gonna be putting the tusk through. This isn't it, this is just a scrap piece of wood. It's gonna be going through and getting wedged in there. So what we're gonna do, we already know this is the first line. We're gonna go an 1/8, so we'd pretty much go like this. Just trace out a little line each side. And then you want to go about an 1/8 of an inch back. That way when you put it through, it wedges it right in there good and pulls it all tight. And on one side, it's going to be 1 1/8 big. The other side's just going to be 1 inch as big. It's going to have a slight taper on it. So we'll choose this one to be the top, this to be the bottom with a slight taper. And it will go in there and then pull everything together. So let's go ahead and line it out. All right, got all my pieces cut, got my wedge cut. Let's go ahead. That fits nice and snug what I want. Oh, wrong side. That's what we're looking for. And last but not least, we got the castle joint. Now this one, when I was looking at it, kind of complicated me. I had to really look over it and read over the plans and then watch the video a couple times. But once I understood it and wrapped my head around it, it actually made sense to me. So I hope this video helps. And once again, any tips or tricks you guys have, please leave them in the comments below. Let's move forward with this one. Let's go ahead and build a castle, one joint at a time. That was supposed to be funny. So there's 3 pieces to this one. We got a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that's going to be the main piece. We're going to have to do a half lap here. But let's put this guy to the side for now. We'll deal with that after. So we're going to start out by doing a half lap. And the plan's call is we need to go 2 inches down because we want to have a bit of an overhang. So what I did was just scribe that at 2 inches. And if you don't have a dual marking gauge, you can use a single one. It'll just take more time. So that's 2 inches. And then this little piece right here, just the thickness of the material. And these pieces right here are 3/4 of an inch thick by 13 inches long. So you can see it's just the thickness of the material. And essentially what a half lap joint is, we take half out of this one, half out of that one, and then they just sit over each other. I did it on All right, let's see how this came out. Oh, perfect. That's in there snug and it's flush. Then we'll do a little 45 on those after. Okay, went over. We got that all cut. That's our half lap joint. You can see it's nice and flush and it's tight. It's perfect. That's what we want for that one. Now, this is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So it's completely squared up. I went and spent time doing that, making sure it was all nicely squared up, like all my material. Now I got my marking gauge set here. Now this is the thickness of my material. So the thickness of this, because that's essentially, it's gonna sit in there like that. You'll see how it comes together. So I did one at, let me just double check so I'm not saying it wrong. I have one of these set up at 3/4, this one at 1.5 inches. That gives me my exact 3/4 inch material that I need for this. And we're gonna lay it out on here. Since this is 3-inch material and we wanna go down 3 inches. So I set up my other marking gauge. So this is the same thickness of our material that's going to sit in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and score my lines for that. Okay, so that's how deep down we want to go on the cut. It's probably hard for you to see. I'll put up a picture after. So that's 3 inches down. Now we want to go ahead and score along here and also score along the face here. So you're going to see I'm going to do it on one side, rotate it over to the other side, and then so I'm just sticking with 2 reference faces. All right, let's go ahead and score that out. let's go ahead and put this together. Got the half lap in, and let's do a quick test fit here. Moment of truth. Then after I put this together, I'll give it a little bit of glue, just a tad bit, clean it up. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Wheels Woodworking with myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Now it's on to my final project. As I've mentioned, I have been working on it. So I hope you guys stay tuned and I hope you guys check it out. And if you haven't already, hit the red subscribe button, hit that like button. You know, give me a thumbs up, man. Leave a comment down below. Tips and tricks. Like we said, constructive criticism, growing, learning, getting better at this. I love this stuff. Hope you guys love it as much as I do. Don't forget, be safe, build something cool.